rebounds and 24 assists in the Wizards' 154 scores. Insane. 154-141 win over the Pacers. This is only the third time a player has had a 10-20-20 triple-double in NBA history. Westbrook has 2 of them. Wilt Chamberlain has the other one. This was also the 178th triple-double of Westbrook's career, which puts him 3 away from Oscar Robertson's record of 181.
How many titles? How about one number? What's his title count?
He's guaranteed to average a triple-double this season for the 4th time in his career. No other player has had more than one such season.
A lot of good numbers there. I'd like to have a 1 under the championship.
Well, look, I think I understand where you're coming from, but I also think it is important to appreciate great talents. And he always makes the regular season interesting.
Yeah, I'm not going to deny that.
He's must-watch TV.
He's very, you got me on that. He's very entertaining. I'm not denying it. He's very popular. Very popular.
I think players have different careers. Like, we can point to a lot of guys who have had unbelievable seasons, unbelievable careers, unbelievable legacies, and they did not win a championship.
Listen, I'm zany. I like winning.
I also like winning, but I can appreciate great talent.
By the way, Wilt was a flake too.
I don't think Russell Westbrook is a flake at all. He's not a flake.
Well, he's my best friend's the ball.
Yeah, that's the opposite of a flake.
What if I said this? My best friend's the microphone.
I would say you are obsessed with your job.
I would say I was a weirdo.
Well, obsession does tend to lean that way.
Okay, hi. Oh, what are you doing today for lunch? I don't know. We'll go out and have some champagne.
Look,
that would be not odd.
Russ has several years left in his career. He may still win a championship. I understand your
if your best friend's that table tomorrow, I got to go to management.
I don't know what the table is going to do to serve me. The microphone might be better.
All right, I'm being obnoxious. Joy with the news.
And Aaron Rodgers. There's plenty of reports saying he wants out of Green Bay.
Yeah.
Devontae Adams, wide receiver, seemed to weigh in on those rumors yesterday. He tweeted, "Gotta appreciate what you got while you got it."
Whoa!
And Aaron Rodgers liked the tweet.
He liked the tweet.
He liked it.
Because I thought it meant that Devontae was saying, Aaron, you better appreciate me while you got me.
I don't think that's what he's saying.
He's saying you should appreciate Aaron while you got him.
I think so.
Because that can be taken both ways.
It could be taken, or it could just be, him just...
Aaron is...
something personal he's dealing with.
Aaron DMs a lot of people. I know like 5 people that have been DM'd by Aaron. Now another one, Schlereth. He's very DM-y. He likes to DM. I don't DM a lot. You know what? You have to be very careful. Like, I DM people, like young broadcasters all DM and say, hey, you're kicking butt. Fist bump. But if I do it, it's mostly the guys because I don't want anybody to get...
Yeah, we've had this conversation before.
Yeah, I just like... Because I occasionally say, hey, great job. You're doing a great job. Then I always think... I did that once or twice, and I thought, I don't know if I should do that.
Yeah, the problem with DMs is similar to text. If you're like texting with someone that doesn't know you well, they maybe don't know your tone.
That's right.
You kind of have to like overemphasize things because you don't want to sound very cold.
Aaron's on
very
DM.
DM-y.
He's very DM-y.
I think I'm going to steal that. He's very DM-y.
He is.
Well, look, I'm firmly on Aaron Rodgers' side. In this
you
whole
are.
situation.
You're all. I am 70. I'm 80% Aaron here. You're 100%.
Well, I hear where Terry Bradshaw is coming from because he grew up in a different era and had a different experience in the league. But I am in the camp of things change. And the way that business is done changes.
Right.
And it's not just the way that the league has changed. The world has changed. There are avenues in which to make money that never existed before.
That's right.
And not just some money. Millions and millions of dollars.
I'm giving up this show and doing Twitch from this point forward.
I mean, Dak Prescott made $50 million in endorsements last year. 50. So you have more leverage. Anytime you have money and your finances are in a comfortable space, you have more leverage with your job because you can say, like, listen, my money is set. I'm more concerned about this and that. And Aaron is in that situation as well. He's obviously made a ton of money and it will continue to make money outside of football. So it's not really just about money. And I don't understand why it's so unrelatable, actually. I think all of us have worked at a job where we've had a problem or an issue with our boss, or we feel like we're very valuable and we're not being appreciated. Like, that's not just an NFL starting quarterback thing. Most people get into a situation where they feel like they're not being appreciated.
Right.
And furthermore, with Aaron's situation, so Schlereth's point earlier, he is somebody that covers warts. For years, the Packers have leaned in on Aaron's talents, not provided him with the defense that he needs, not provided him with skill position weapons, and completely leaned in on him doing all of the winning. And now when he wants some say or he feels disrespected, it's like crazy town. Like, you are perfectly fine using his talents and leaning in on that. And now you're upset that he feels like he is owed something?
No, I mean, the Packers remind me, and I'm not taking a shot at ESPN, but they remind me a lot of ESPN. ESPN's thing is always, we're ESPN, we give you a big microphone, we're not going to give you blank. That's why so many people leave. Very few people in the history of Fox have left for there. A lot of their people have left for here. Why? We are much more of a Seahawk, Ram, Cowboy, deal-making, consider very pro player. The Packers and ESPN are, listen, this is how we do business.
Right.
We're not mortgaging the future. Our brand's very good, and the brand is bigger than the human. And Favre at the end was upset with him, and Rodgers was upset with him, and Corey Linsley, the 5th-round pick, you paid him nothing, becomes a Pro Bowler, you won't keep him. That's how they do business.
And they're always good, and they're always relevant, but they can't argue that they're always great.
No, they don't win enough championships for the talent. There's no disputing that.
Right. So how you do business is fine, but the results should reflect,
by the way,
how you're doing business.
Okay, you're great, Tampa. Do you know that in the last 15 years, or you're great, Green Bay, Tampa and Green Bay have the same number of Super Bowls in the last 10 years? I mean, so again, and by the way, Tampa's favored to win this year, and Green Bay, I don't know how this morning anybody could consider Green Bay in the top 3 or 4 Super Bowl favorites with all their disharmony.
Yeah. So Jimmy Garoppolo's time in San Francisco is likely winding down thanks to them drafting Trey Lance 3rd overall, but Kyle Shanahan isn't giving a timeline for when the switch will be made. He said on the Rich Eisen show that he still considers Jimmy G the starter, but he won't rule out Trey Lance seeing the field as a rookie.
Jimmy's definitely our starter right now, and right now there isn't competition because I don't believe Trey would be in a position to compete. Jimmy is too good of a player. He's got too good of a grasp of our offense. I'm not going to sit here and say I'll never play a rookie quarterback, and I'm not going to sit here and say I will play him. That's kind of up to him. When he's ready to compete, which that doesn't mean he tells me, that doesn't mean I tell him, hey, we'll all see it. And I think it'll start with me, but it'll go to the coaches, it'll go to the players. And guys know when a guy's ready to compete with a starter, and you kind of get that vibe.
I don't feel like there's a lot of pressure on Trey Lance to get out there.
God, no. I mean, really, if you told me one thing about the Niners, I would say 12-win team. If you just said one thing, Jimmy stays healthy for 15 of the 17 games, I'll even give you 2 weeks off. I'd be like, okay, this is a 12-win team.
Well, yeah, I mean, again, they had a ton of injuries last year. It wasn't just Jimmy.
Bosa, Kittle.
I could probably need to look this up, but like they might have had the most injuries to their starters around the league. I mean, we would put the graphic up. It was like 17 guys at one point. So they're going to be better just based off the fact that they are going to be healthier next year. But even if Trey Lance does end up seeing the field sooner than we think because Jimmy G is injured, they're in that grace window now. Like, you drafted a rookie quarterback. We know how much Trey Lance has played in college. So there shouldn't be massive expectations. I think the fan base is comfortable with it not being a season where you're necessarily contenders if Jimmy isn't healthy. You've just bought yourself a lot of grace in taking Trey Lance at that position. So